Okay, so I just got out of the shower, so my hair's still wet and everything. But so today's my birthday, 38, and last night I celebrated by going to a comedy show that I bought tickets to a long time ago for one of my favorite comedians, Eliza. She's amazing. You can go look up her Netflix specials. Probably won't really like her if you're a misogynistic male, but she's why I call myself an elder millennial because I refuse to be Gen X. Anyway, so I went to that, and it was downtown Portland, and I don't get to go downtown very often. And I had been talking to a friend I met at the drag show a couple weeks ago about possibly hanging out, but he said he wasn't feeling good, so I ended up not having anyone to hang out with that I had planned ahead. But like I said, I didn't want to just go home, so I decided to do something else down there. And I've been to the gay clubs enough that it's not exciting, and it's not that it was like super exciting to begin with, but it was just, like I've been to CC Slaughters and stuff like that, and the Scandals only has karaoke on Tuesdays. Going to actual shows is fun, like when there's like like a drag show or something, but just going there to dance by myself is kind of so I decided to go to a strip club as something different. I went to Club Rouge, I think it was called. I've been to the X Lounge or whatever it was called before, and I just wanted to see what it was like. It felt weird being in an environment where women want to be objectified as long as you pay them, because as you know, like my whole thing is stop sexualizing women everywhere we go and just trying to exist. I can't post a single selfie to Instagram like looking like shit even without having strangers reply with like kissy faces and ooh sexy mom want marry you blah blah blah, which is just pretty gross. So it felt weird being in an environment like that. But I talked to three or four of the women there, not all at once, but would have conversations with them, and I did pay them because they're there to work. So them talking to me is taking time away from them uh, getting paid. So it's not. I wasn't like paying them to listen to me because they seemed like they were actually enjoying the conversation. But yeah, anyway, so it felt awkward, like I said, being in an environment where women are actually there intentionally being sexualized. But it was fun talking to them. I really like talking to people. I really enjoy getting to know people, and they've sorry, they've had different life experiences than me. Although I definitely, when I was younger, would play a little bit with the whole male attention thing sometimes just for fun. I never, did it in a situation where I was getting paid for it, but yeah, it was just fun talking to them and finding out what we had in common. And like one of them was a nurse in the middle of COVID. And finally 2 years ago, she quit and started dancing instead. And obviously she's making a lot more money, which good, sex work is work. But I'm just like, being a nurse in general I can't imagine how hard it is. But in the middle of COVID, where everyone's like before the vaccine was out and everyone's coughing on you and millions of people are dying, pretty stressful. Another one, I mentioned the kind of videos that I do because I'm always looking for people to interview, and she's like, oh, I was adopted by two gay moms, and like I've always been looking for a way to talk positively about that. I think that's how she said it. And so that was cool. And yeah, and there's another girl who had very defined muscles, especially in her legs. And as she was dancing, I'm just thinking, God, I really want to do like a figure sketch. Like I want to non-sexually draw her body, because I think that drawing human bodies is fun, especially feminine bodies. I don't get as much enjoyment from drawing male bodies. I like the curves better of female bodies. But again, non-sexually, like I don't draw a naked woman and be like, oh, it's just, same thing as like drawing a cat to me or whatever, drawing a flower, like it's about that level of exciting. Anyway, and I was talking to her a little bit about how, in my generation, we were raised to believe like, oh, you get a college degree and then you get a good job. And yeah, that's a lie. That is not how it works out. Anyway, so yeah, like I said, for my birthday, not really for my birthday, but just because I didn't want to just go home. But let's pretend it was for my birthday. I took myself alone to a strip club, and I actually enjoyed it because I got to talk to some interesting people. And I, of course, I gave them my business card and was like, no pressure, but if you ever felt like it, I would love to do an interview with you about, your life experiences and your feelings on the patriarchy and whatever else. So maybe you'll see a stripper interview coming to you and what words they prefer other than stripper. Although one of them I asked and she said, "Oh, stripper's fine," but I know your mileage may vary. So yeah, maybe I'll have an interview with an adult dancer soon. I already have done a couple in the past, so if you want to, you can go to toplesstopics.org and look up, like I think sex work or something like that, and you'll find them, or just go to toplesstopics.org/interviews. And that has links to all the interviews I've done so far. I actually have another one that I'm recording on Monday. Not Monday. This Monday? I think it's this Monday with Tammy Jo, who is she does online sex work. She's also older and has been in polyamorous kink relationships for a very long time. So that'll be an interesting perspective since almost everyone that I've ever talked to about kink has been my age or younger. So yeah, I'm excited. I love interviewing interesting people and getting to know them, and yeah, so I don't know how to end this other than I like talking to different people about different experiences, and I'm hoping that I get some new interviews out of it. But even if not, it was fun talking to them. So go to a strip club, pay them because it's their job, and have an interesting conversation. Don't be gross and weird. Don't try to touch them, and unless they say it's okay. Don't be like, "Oh yeah, baby." Because it's fun. You'll hear very interesting stories. All right. Yeah, so my advice is go to a strip club and talk to a stripper. Just don't be gross about it. Okay.